So what is that guy, Dave, up to now?
Okay, so we're going to have a little fun here with some petroleum jelly and a vibrator. So here we go. So I found this file on the internet. I'm not clever enough to come up with this kind of stuff on my own, so but it was too big for my printer. My print is only 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters, so I had to scale this down so it would work on my printer. So this one is 70% of the original size, so it'll fit on my print bed sideways. So this is roughly 220 millimeters. So we're just going to put some mold release compound here. You want to call it that, I guess. Don't really think the cement is going to stick to plastic all that well anyway, but I'll just set this up as best we can. My hands are slippery. Don't know why. So now our mold is all set. So I just had half a tin of this stuff for leftover from a project I was doing last year, something. So this is a half a kilo. I got some colorant from pottery. And you can add 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be stick to my fingers like that, but I guess when I got Vaseline all over it. I think I need about 150 mils of water. Double check the instructions. 140 per 1 kilo. So that'd be 70 mils. Okay, lucky I checked that. But I wanted a bit more liquid anyway, because I want to be able to pour it into the mold. So little bit extra won't do any harm. Anybody that's worked with cement knows that you get very, very close and then you just put 2 drops too much and then it just turns into one big sloppy mess. And there we go. Turned into a big sloppy mess. Let that sit for a second. Now, this is the part where the vibrator comes in. Okay, that's not working out the way I hoped. Okay, try this again. The vibrator thing was not working that great. So then I realized I got one of these oscillating tools. So I drilled a hole in this piece of wood, screwed the oscillating tool to the wood, and I'm hoping that'll work. So let's get at her. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay, maybe not. I need to make some dominoes. Okay, so this is what happens when you try to take this out of the mold too soon. This was just over 24 hours, and it broke. So there's the air bubbles that I was getting when I first started using the thumper vibrator. So anyway, I'm going to try and repair that one. I think the next one I do that size, because I have, must have been beginner's luck. This was the first one I did. and it seemed to work out pretty good. This is the one that's slightly larger. And again, that was using the, I don't know if I used a vibrate. I don't think I used anything to vibrate it. I just did it by hand. Now this is the one using the oscillating tool as a vibrator. Now, I guess I kind of messed it up because I took it out after 12 hours and rubbed it down with a wet sponge, which I really, really like the effect of that. I still need to take the rest of the form out, but I'm going to leave that for a few days since that one wasn't good enough or wasn't strong enough after 24 hours. I also might look at putting some kind of a mesh in there to maybe reinforce it. And this brown one is this is what I used to color that one. You remember the black one I used a powdered pottery stain. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so here we are 12 hours later. Seemed to get rid of a lot of the air holes. The only thing is I thought I'd be clever and put in some mesh to reinforce it. But lesson number one is don't put the mesh in first, because that prevented the cement from penetrating down to the rim. And so I was really quite annoyed with this. But then I got looking at it, and I think it's pretty cool. It's, I don't know what the Japanese call it, wabi-sabi. So I did a black one before, so some of the black came off the mold onto here. We've got this really nice texture along here. I'm afraid to try and take it off in case I chip some of that. I'm going to wait for it to get hard, but I think that's going to look really cool. So we'll see. We'll come back to that in another 12 or 18 hours maybe and see what it looks like. Okay, so here's my first, this is my wabi-sabi pot. Really think this is cool the way it turned out. Complete surprise, but a good surprise. Here's another one that's just, this had a bit of black ceramic clay type stain in it, I guess. So it didn't really turn too black, but came out nice. Kind of like it. This is the first one that turned out. This is just straight top and bond. So a little crack in here, but didn't think I originally liked all the air holes, but I think it gives it kind of a neat look. And this is one using the brown concrete dye, and then after 12 hours I wiped it down with a wet sponge to break up the side and give it a bit of texture. Yeah, I need a little bit of work on the feet. They didn't turn out as good as I'd hoped, but in a bonsai pot, whoever flips them upside down looks underneath them, so turns out good.